Hello and welcome back to our next installment, the next session of Kill Warlow. Basically, a Grim Hollow campaign where our party now has finally reached Fallow Heart. Finally! And then, last time, quite a few things happened. So, we'll start with a recap.
Yeah, so the team ends up, uh, they end up at the Marla in the wee hours of the morning, 2, 3 in the morning. The lobby is dead with only the dwarven bartender alert. Mellori approaches inquiring about rooms for the night. They get 2 rooms on the 3rd floor with doors facing one another. The names that they give for the rooms are Calliope Jones and Calamity Jane. Boone, being the distinguished gentleman that he is, orders the whiskey before they descend to the 3rd floor and their rooms. Seeing mold in one of the corners of the rooms, the Scooby Gang investigates, using Boone's rapier as well as Valya casting see invisibility. But they discern nothing unique about it until Valya is hit with a hazy memory of this kind of oozy, crumbly mold. After rolling perception checks, Valya sees a very scant amount of mold in the 2nd room growing outward. Mellori and Cal go to the room with more mold and sleep in there. Valya, Mars, and Scaredy Cat Boone take to the other room, sleeping through the night. The next morning, Mellori wakes and investigates the way to the top floor. She finds that the stairs have been removed. As the rest of the group wakes, Mars goes down to get them breakfast. Returning with the food and a bellhop as assistants, Mellori begins to flirt with the bellhop within an inch of his life about the mold. According to the bellhop Pizel, Sister Abigail from the cathedral removed the stairs to the upper floor. Mellori, upon hearing the explanation, offers the party's help in clearing out the 5th floor so the bellhop can get the income back. He directs her to Grunwald, the owner of the Marla, who won't be in until later in the day. Pizel directs them towards the city, informing them that the City Watch is having skirmishes with another group, the Villeton. Bribing him, Mellori finds out where Edgard is, at the Ink and Hem. Decided to split up after Boone draws the group's attention to the fact that taking on more tasks is unwise, Mars and Valya elect to go to the cathedral, while Mellori, Cal, and Boone head to the money exchange. As they part ways, Mars lends Mellori bardic inspiration, and Mellori tells Valya Sister Abigail is a good friend to have. On the way to the cathedral, Valya notices the Black Guard, the City Watch, being given deference as they make their way toward cathedral. She sees their coats black on first glance, but then notices the black color gives way to purple, to blue, to deep crimson like coagulated blood. Making the name Pizel said, the blood coats make more sense. Each coat bears an insignia of a lion's head, merging with a scorpion, and each guard looks as though they are looking for someone as they patrol. As they near the cathedral, Valya begins having memories of her time with the Countess, of her status as the Countess's favorite, being shown off and shown around in this part of town as the Countess tells her about things happening near the cathedral. In this memory, the Countess tells Valya that there is something only Valya can do for the Empire, and with the help of the true gods, whose voices Valya can now hear since the false gods were killed, eaten, and fled, and those that remain went mad and killed each other. She tells Valya that the cathedral and their priests must be stopped from dragging the people back into madness, and bids her to find out what he is telling them by posing as one of them. Valya says yes, easily and quickly, and goes to the cathedral. She meets Father Amriel, finding him charismatic and passionate, hopeful and full of belief that, as he preaches, the old gods are not dead. He says that the people's faith and prayers will destroy the darkness and bring the old gods back, especially Aurelia. the goddess of the hearth, the goddess that Valya used to worship, who gave her her powers. But Valya knows that the last four gods are indeed dead. She felt Aurelia die the moment it happened. Amriel sees her divine power and tells her he is planning a rebellion. Valya told the Countess, and she was celebrated in the most grand fashion for turning him in before she was brought before the cathedral to watch Father Amriel taken away by the Black Guard after having been beaten. The pair lock eyes, and the priest smiles at Valya as he mouths words she does not understand. Viscount Warlow, hunched and using his cane to walk, approaches Valya, telling her, "Thank you. The Countess speaks highly of you, and I see why." Before leaving with Father Amriel, seeing Valya shift inward, less confident than she has ever been, Mars offers words of comfort and help, carrying the burden of whatever troubles her and telling her that she is one of the truest friends that she's had. The scene then cuts to the group at the money exchange on their way to the docks and fish market, led by Cal, who is, by the way, familiar with this place. Mellori makes an effort to keep an eye on the Black Guard, attempting to clock their patrol patterns. As they make their way to the docks, Cal keeps his familiarity with the locale to himself. Mellori finds it suspicious that he knows his way around, while Boone, who dislikes being in cities, has his guard up. As they venture, Boone finds his attention pulled by the scent of death in the area. There is shouting in the distance, a boy shouting amidst the crowd as he fights them to get toward his father. It is then that Boone sees a body being dragged by a figure 9 feet tall, with a hand holding a rusted shovel and covered in chains. The boy throws himself in front of the lumbering creature, begging for his father's life. The creature strikes the older boy and is now 2 corpses through the streets.
Yay. That was well done. I liked the voices.
That was really good recap, and I was speaking for 2 minutes before realizing I was on mute.
Oh
So
no.
I was just saying that with that music, that recap went so well, it gave me chills. Nice, nice, super nice. All right, who do you want to give your new heroic inspiration to? You can hold on to it if someone needs it, then that's also fair game. You can
Oh, if I can hold on to it, yeah, I'll hold on to
hold
it
on to it.
until it's
Oh,
needed. Yeah.
all right. Full production recap. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. The body is split and boom.
Mm-hmm.
You see this massive 9 feet tall creature wreathed in these rags of dirty, old, bloodied rags, just dragging now 2 bodies. One of an older person, just like fine, digs down, goes down, pulls it from the mid torso, picks it up. The second one continues to drag the fresh blood, leaving a trail on the street, on the stony street. There are a few gasps and people like go here and there and look around, and you can see that the tension is there. At this point, I would say even Gal, you and Mellori, as you were had just turned the road. So basically, you guys were all here, and Gal, you were leading towards the fish market with Mellori right behind you. Kind of like the you both also like sense this change around you. And now you also look back to see this lumbering creature just dragging 2 bodies coming out of one of the alleys close to that square. So they're over here. Um, and as it does, um, what do you guys do or want to do?
So it's still Well, okay, I have a couple of scenery questions.
Yes.
They were in a square, right? Is where this was happening? In the middle of a square or in an
Yeah.
alleyway?
This was in an alleyway. Now the gravekeeper has come out of here. So and now is like so. I'm just gonna put Boone, just your token over here, close enough. So he was over there, and let's see. I'm gonna say Cal was a little bit ahead of you. Cal and Mellori were like ahead of you. Oh, d- okay. Oh, I don't too many. Added an old Boone. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so it was coming out of one of the alleys now, right next to the square, but now it has come out and very close to the square where you are, where Boone, I guess you are. Mellori and Cal were a little bit ahead, but now the whispers and like just the shushing sounds among the crowd that is in this, like it's like almost like 10 a.m. ish, 10:30 a.m. ish. Uh, Mellori and Cal, you also realize something's going on.
Okay.
And yeah.
So Boone saw the creature
Mhm.
strike at this boy and kill him outright and is now just dragging two bodies into the center of the square that we're at.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty close by, and
Uh
now I started to walk south.
did it walk past me?
It has just entered where you were and just turned south and is starting to go down this road now to the south.
Okay. Is it the mother of the boy? What is what is she doing? What is her demeanor?
The mother of boys has pretty much collapsed on the ground, and the people who were trying to hold on to the boy and the mother right now are just around the mother, making sure that she at least stays there.
Okay.
They're just
The
keeping her
creature.
back. Yeah.
Okay, creature is heading south. Um, Boone's hand is on his holstered gun. He's not pulled it out yet. Um,
Okay.
I would like for Boone to commit the smell of the gravekeeper to memory.
Oh, very interesting. Okay. Um, how? Okay. I'll say yeah. I'll say yes. You can.
Okay.
Okay.
Um,
Boom.
okay. There is a split second. A
Okay.
split second. And if Mellori and Cal have turned at this point, um, Mellori would see the split second decision of hesitation. That twitch to step forward and follow the gravekeeper, pull out the gun, fire.
Mm-hmm.
But he goes back to what he said in the room just 20 minutes prior.
Um,
There is no sense in picking up more tasks. He's here to do one, maybe two things. Would the Gravekeeper be an awesome kill? 100%. But he has another goal.
Okay.
And he'll just watch the Gravekeeper walk away.
Boone is going to hear in his head as Mellori casts message. And he'll just hear in his head, doesn't mean that we can't have fun after the job is done.
Give
Um,
me actually. Yeah. Go on. Sorry. Go on.
Boone doesn't respond. He'll just shake his head and fall into just a neutral stance. Just still watching the creature, the gravekeeper, move away.
Right. As you get into the stance, taking in this deep breath, you commit to your memory the smell of this monster creature, right? You remember that there was a patrol of the Black Guard that had come down, and then they had to stop by at some shop. As soon as the gravekeeper had emerged and started to walk down, three these the city guards who were outside see that, and like, and you see their demeanor kind of like change. They were just having like fun talking to each other, but their demeanor changes, and suddenly they just rush towards the gravekeeper. And you see the if you want Boone, Mellori, and even Gal, like you can give me like a perception or insight check, more than perception or insight, to see around the crowd, or get a feel from the crowd that is has gathered and is looking around or not. But you see that these three black guards have gone run around and are like just pushing, making way, that keeping the locals or the people away from the graffiti person, and just be like, "What are you looking at? You know this is how it is. Let's go, let's go. It's just doing its job. You know what the Viscount said. Let's go." And just like kind of like escorting in this night now, escorting the gravekeeper and two other black guard who had gone into the store also like come out. They have some kind of like packet holding some food, I guess, and they also like, oh shit. They pack it up and just go back and join their friends to see what's going on. Um, 17, 22 inside. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. And at one, use inspo for a 7 inside. Okay, there we go. Boone, you are just like getting that sniff in. You're just getting this creature and seeing like seeing it, what it's doing, and just following it. It's just going towards the road, towards where Marla kind of thing is. You don't know where it will go. 17 perception. Gal, you see that almost mm, half, more than half the people who were walking around, doing their job. There were some rickshaws going here and there, some small carriages kind of going here and there, and people are doing things. More than half of them just glanced in that direction, kind of like nodded their head. Some of them actually just like looking around and then went on to their things. There were very few that you see like just shaking their head a little more violently. Especially the one who was like pretty close to you, Cal, and for the 22 insight, you, Mellori, try to read as quickly as possible people, different kind of these people who were looking over here. You see that same thing. Basically, half of them are like nonchalant about it, like, okay, cool, it is there, it is there. There are some who are still disgusted by it, and you clearly see that there's one person between you and Cal who's there would come out, this old half orc, very old, wearing this almost a sleeveless t-shirt and a towel wrapped around. Um, Comes out and looks at all of that. He's wearing like this half spectacles. Comes and looks down. Her bloody guts, and they're bent. They're two. Spits on the ground. He looks at both Cal and Mallory and just like coughs up and starts to like slowly walk back into the shop. You get a sense that there are people who are now used to this and don't care, and there are very few who are still they still get the shakes, the nightmares of seeing this creature every time it comes around in the streets. There is some empathy, but there might be more, which you gain that the black guards are starting to like escort this creature down and making sure that no one comes in its way in its duty. And this is what you have heard: the gravekeeper kind of takes the dead away. So they're making sure that no one interrupts the gravekeeper. All right, the gravekeeper continues. Yeah.
So as the gravekeeper disappears, just breaks line of sight. Boone will walk backwards, take a few steps, walking backwards, and then we'll turn, look at Mellori and Cal. And we'll just usher them towards the fish market. Let's do what we came here to do.
Right. Cal, his gaze is still in the direction that the gravekeeper went, and he almost like slowly begins to keep walking, just like taking in what they just saw.
Mickey, I just wanted to clarify one of the last things you said. So the blackguards didn't seem bothered at first, but then they noticed the crowd, and that's when they intervened, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure I
Yeah.
understand. Right.
They just made sure that there was a perimeter around the graveyard, so that even if someone wanted to try, they would now be more dissuaded to try anything, much like the older boy did, just to make sure that this gravekeeper is going somewhere, and they are like in a protective circle around it.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Right. All right, let's head on down. Mellori doesn't seem bothered by what they just saw. She's just taking it in of like, okay, cool. That's just another thing that I'm probably going to have to worry about at some point. It just like adds to the list. And let's just keep heading towards the fish market.
Yeah.
All right, cool. You all three gonna continue to walk towards the fish market. Coming back to our cathedral group, Valya and Mars. Um, a memory came to you, Valya and Mars. You saw Valya shook like you haven't in the last few weeks that you have been together on the ship, or in the city, on the road. And now you are sitting at this small hill on which resides the Saint Dela's Cathedral. Can I get? Would you know? Would you know? Yeah. Okay. No, I think so. What do you do now?
Well, I think we wanted to observe just for a couple of minutes, like the types of people going in and out. It's one of those things where um it, Mars doesn't know, the flashback that Valya got, but you can tell a lot by a city if the types of people that are allowed to go into the religious places is limited or not. So just, watching what kinds of people are allowed in. Is anyone not allowed in? Like that kind of thing, just for a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you take your time as much as you guys both want to, and you see that the people who are going in, they're mostly you recognize as like of poor or like working class people who work in shops or are kind of like do all kind of trades over here. Very rarely you will see that maybe someone who is a little more nicely dressed up, maybe has a little bit more income, comes up. What you do also see is that the people who are coming in groups, it feels like maybe it's the time of the day also. It's like just bright day. Like this morning that it's this it feels like it's a family sometimes coming up, but it's missing one or two people. you would see like maybe like just like two young people, maybe they're brothers, maybe they're brother and sisters, maybe they're married couple, or you see an older person with a very young person who are coming in and going up and down. And it's a slow progression, and even now most of the progression seems to be going up. Not There are not many people who are coming down, just maybe one or two have come down, or one or two small groups have come down. But it's in the, let's say if you would stay there for like maybe 20-30 minutes, you saw like a handful of people and groups and even single going up the hill towards it, towards the St. Dela's Cathedral.
Okay, so it seems like more people are going in than out.
Yes.
And is there any type of uh, like bells ringing out, or are the doors open? Can you hear? Is there any sermon that can be heard, or is it just like really quiet and people are just going in?
Uh,
We
there
need to get
are,
closer.
yeah, if you move around a little bit, you would see that there is a big, like a large door, double look, and like it's already opened up. You can see that um, this cathedral upstairs had like very high arched windows, and there seems to be some light coming out of it as well. It seems to be much more brighter inside the cathedral than it's actually outside in the uh, everywhere around you. And there is, now that you're paying attention to it, looking for it, you do hear like this light, like notes of some kind of like singing going inside this, but it's like very light voices. Um, give, you can give me you know what? Are you proficient in religion?
Because I'm a
Mars?
bard, I have half proficiency and everything.
All right. If you have it, then I'll say, yeah, you can give me a religion check or even not a performance check, or an insight check, but you can, yeah, give me an insight or religion check, I think, yeah.
Okay.
As you
Well,
try to basically figure out like what that singing that is coming around, what would it feel like a vibe check in a way.
sure. All right. It was almost great. Almost great as a 6. I rolled off the 15. I watched it.
6. Okay. Yeah, you're, I guess, like a little bit far away, and maybe concerned for Valya also. So you're not sure, but it does feel like there's some choir kind of like singing inside it. Um, Valya, because of your history and then how you had your role in Father Amriel's takeout procession from here, you do remember, at least at that time, this is about years back, this cathedral was a symbol of resistance against the oppression and the autocracy of the Crimson Court. And in the little time that you did spend kind of like infiltrating it, you were like they are always open to congregants to come and join join their like kind of like a rebellion that they were building slowly over there. But you also know that the congregants who are coming, and the people who are going right now also over there, they're not really soldiers who can fight, but there is something going on over there that people find themselves pulled towards this singular location in hopes of hope. Yeah. So, what do you guys want to
Yeah, yeah. I was muted. Cool, 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 cool.
do?
I think that knowing kind of what this place is, Valya she would tell Mars, you know, that the people gathering here are, you know, just people who kind of they're looking for that light in the in the dark.
Okay. So do you want to do anything? Do you want to go upstairs, or you want to still wait here for a little bit more longer? Do something else.
Yeah, I'm super down to go up.
Mm-hmm. All right then. Valya and Mars, you start making your way up the cathedral, and as you climb up the stairs, and they're roughly about like maybe like 150-ish stairs, switchback, but wide enough for all kind of people to like easily walk side by side. The singing starts to become a little bit more louder, and you can now hear the voices, and it feels like almost like an invitation for honest hearts to take shelter in the cathedral's light. Same sounds that you had, Valia, that you had heard those all those years back and didn't believe it, and the songs going around, and now you can, as you reach the top of this hill, you can see the doors are completely open. There are about maybe 30 or so odd people inside, just milling about, taking their places, trying to like just sit, and they kind of like know each other. Some of them, you can see they're greeting each other. There is what looks like to be like an acolyte right at the door who sees both of you, um, gives you a nod and says, all are welcome into the bosom of Archseraph Solima, the one who helped us. And of course, this Saint Dela, the prophet of the Archseraph. Please. And he just gives you a nod and is carrying like an incense and just tries to like just like, flow the smoke towards both of you, and other people has been doing to other people as well, and the other people just take the smoke in and like kind of like rub their face with the smoke before entering in the cathedral. Do you follow the lead, or do you walk in, or anything else from Mars and
Um,
Valia?
I think that I mean we're here for to do something to find somebody. Um, so what better way to do that than go inside and look for Sister Abigail?
Yeah, we must blend in and see what we can see.
Excellent. All right. You, both of you, go in, and you can see the people are there, and some of them look at you and just give you a tight smile, and their eyes avert, and then more of the eyes kind of start looking in your direction, as feel, it's easy to feel that you are not one of them, and they know it, that you are new, you're strangers here in the cathedral. So there it is, that, and you see towards the end of this massive cathedral, there's this large statue of what looks like to be like a warrior woman holding a sword and a massive tower shield, head held up high, wearing this some sort of like a crown slash bandana, and like tears streaking down. But and you uh, this for this I will say, give me history check for Vale and Mars. See if you would recognize this figure, or what all you would recognize about this figure.
It's a 16 for Valya.
16, nice. Mars, you want to do something? No, it's okay.
That's an 18 for Mars.
18 from Mars? Awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
so with that thing, little bit of history that you've read and you remembered is that this is the statue and everything looks like to be Saint Dela, who became saint after her sacrifice, after she died. She was blessed by this arch seraph Solomon, and she fought the very first war against the Burak Empire. Not the vampires, but against the Burak vampires, and won the freedom of Ostoia. This is when the Ostoia was just being re-established, and the Burak Empire was like, "We need taxes, we need your resources." A war broke out, and Dela was blessed by this arch seraph. She fomented a rebellion, made everyone stand up, and they defeated the Burak Empire for the first time. And the cathedral was built eventually, like for her honor and for her name. And there she stands, and you can see behind the statue, like on the wall, just inscribed or just like carved is like massive these like feather or like wings, as a like there's somehow like there's a separation from the initially entering of it. Looks like there's something, maybe shadow is falling on it, but as you go in a little bit you see that the wings are about like 20 feet each across, like wide, so 40 feet end to end. And there are lanterns, these massive candle chandeliers hanging around pews where people can sit. There are some bookshelves with books filled in. There are some people like reading, talking, and there's still like some bells going on. And in the next to the statue, there are like some these about six people just slowly singing the song that you heard while you were coming upstairs. And as you come upstairs, Valya, how do you feel at this point? Because you've been here before.
Yeah. I think going up the stairs and seeing the statue and how resplendent that it is like hearing these people's devotion. I think it reminds Valya of the very murky memories of when her life was more simple than it ended up becoming. And I mean, she hardly remembers that time. She can't even, remember her own last name at this point. And so seeing this, it reminds her of the simplicity of what her worship used to be, where her powers used to come from. And I think that there is a deep shame in her for what she brought down on this place. It wasn't even inadvertently, she did it on purpose. And now to see the people still rallying around this figure, even when with Father Amaryl no longer here, like it's very painful for her.
And Mars, what are you looking around at this place?
Um, are there any like clergy mixed in amongst like the people right now? Like, is it just the people up there singing, or are there like kind of like are there any interactions going on?
Yeah, so there is, you can see at least two more folks wearing this absolute like white-ish, off-whitish robe with like an orange like an orange half sleeves coat on them, and you can recognize that these are like the clergy over here. There are some people who are going over and they are giving kind of some kind of like sermon to like a small group, like three people. There is one who is just walking around greeting the people who have come around. You recognize same thing, like the clergy. They kind of know this small. It's a small congregation, but they kind of know everyone around here, as hands are held, someone is crying, and they are the clergy, this priest is like speaking softly to them, points towards Saint Delas, and just like waves his hand and says that don't worry, talking about like giving some kind of support. It's at this point when both Valya and Ma are just studying around, a hand touches both of you, and behind you, just a voice, a very small, soft voice says, "Welcome. You're new here. I." And you see the face of a young woman wearing similar clothes, but the orange this orange half sleeves coat is full sleeved, tied at the torso, and there is this small, like a cap which is like binding her hair back, and she smiles at both of you and says, "I'm Sister Abigail, and it's always really nice to see new people come into the cathedral. Mm, welcome to St. Dela's Cathedral." She gives you this pretty nice smile, warm, welcoming smile, and then her hands are
Hello.
still on both of you, just like lightly touching.
Yeah, Mars will kind of like turn to more fully face and give like a small sort of just formal little head shoulder bow and just say, "Oh, hello. Thank you. It is a this is a lovely building."
Well, yes, it has. It is. Been uh, it's been here for 2 centuries now since. And she points to the statue since Saint Dela became. No, was not even was actually became saint. Uh, well, I will you will you stay for the sermon? I hope so, please. We are going to start very soon. It's not too long. It's a small sermon where I hope you'll stay. She gives you the
Oh,
smile.
of course. We have traveled far, and this was one of the most beautiful places in the city that caught our eye right away, and we would not miss it. We did. It's maybe nothing, but I had heard somebody was what pointed us here. Was wondering if she works or is serving here. I apologize, I do not know the words. But Sister Anya Abigail.
Oh no, this is Sister Abigail.
Oh frick. Okay, I was trying to be like,
Yeah, no,
my
no.
bad, my bad. Okay,
Oh,
well, but I don't know. Would Valya have somehow told Mar? Did she say her name?
yeah, she said she
Right.
introduced
Okay.
herself as
Sorry,
Sister
I must have
Abigail.
missed it. I
Yeah, no,
apologize.
no, all good. No, no, it's all good, all good.
I was trying to be fancy.
Valya's just making the wide eyes and the gesturing from behind her.
Okay, retcon. My bad. That's just because the player
No,
has
no, all
been
good, all
scrambled
good.
trying to feed the animals. I'm so sorry. Okay, then yes, roll back what I said, but keep all the smarmy buttering
Yeah,
up.
of course.
I'm gonna say instead, oh yes, we would love to see a sermon. We actually I have heard your name already in this city before. You must serve very greatly in this community.
I do my best. There was there were things that happened, and someone had to step up for the community, for our congregation. And like you said, this is maybe the only place in the city where light truly touches.
Oh,
Um,
and
and
oh, sorry, keep
and
going.
as you can like sees there that you can see that other people have all started like come towards you all into this group. And she says, "I would love to know more about you. I really hope you stay. I think this is something." And she now looks at you, Alia, and she says, something. You look kind of familiar. Um, but please stay for the summer, and then we can catch up more. I would love to know where you're from. You and then looking back at Mars, like you were. Please don't mind my ignorance, but I feel like you're not from the city. You're from the Astoria. From the just the way you talk. It's very different and sweet.
Oh well, yes. I've studied hard your language, but
Wow.
yes, the accent is hard to shake.
No, no. It is wonderful to meet all kind of people from everywhere. Light can come from all places.
That is a good way of putting it. Yes, and I would very much, we would very much like to speak with you afterwards. We are have some things to discuss, actually.
Ah, wonderful. That is wonderful. And she just gives you a gentle squeeze, both of you. And that gentle squeeze stays that half a second longer on Valya before she looks back at you, Valya. Takes a little longer, deeper breath. Lets go of both of you and says, "All right, we'll talk more. I look forward to it." And she walks through it, the congregation following slowly. Valya, give me a history check with advantage.
Alrighty, let's see. Uh, 5. I have a -2 to history, man. That's brutal.
Don't get cursed. So what'd you get?
-2, or not a -2. I got a 5.
Okay, I was like -2. My God.
Painful.
Fine. All right, you have no idea about the sister
I've
Abigail is
never seen
right.
shit. I don't know anything.
Exactly. Yeah. And whatever you did last time when you came in panel, that was like about a decade back. Long time. Okay. Uh, Abigail goes in, and the sermon kind of starts, the singing kind of lulls down. But we will switch our camera back to Cal, Mellori, and Boone. Boone, you start walking towards the area where Cal is leading you, and there is this, oh my goodness, smell of fish coming from all where, and all kind of fish, just raw fish. There is fish being cooked, there's fish being wrapped and put into packages and barrels and being like shipped across and suddenly been going over there and there. Yeah, it's a full on. It's not only a fish market, but like all kind of like stalls are there, like all kind of like small food and all. There is definitely, I would say, three of them, like at least sushi stalls who just like saying, "Okay, fresh fish, sushi fish, come get your sushi here." Um, all right, Cal, Mellori, Best Boy Boone. You start walking towards this, and then from the left of the alley, you just say, "No, no, and you see a figure just running through. All three of you, can you give me a dex saving throw? DC, I was like 12. I just
Sure.
see this figure. It's almost like a 5.5 feet tall human, like younger human, maybe like 20s ish, just running, pushing people through, runs through all of you.
Free rat, I don't buy that. I only got an 11. I will not start singing Disney 11
Thank
song.
goodness
Yeah.
Cal has advantage because that would have been a nat 1 instead of a
Okay.
17.
17, dex 6 for Boone, and then what did you get?
I got an 11.
Okay, do you want to use?
I'm not using anything. I don't have anything to use for that. So
Oh yeah, you do have a fate point if you fail. Yeah,
I'm
add a
not.
fate point if you fail,
Yeah.
both for Boone and you. And you did have Bardic if you want to use that.
Oh, I do. Okay. Let me. Um. Yeah. I'm gonna regret this using it now. Oh, I got a 6 on that. So yeah, I. But 17.
Alrighty. With the 17, okay, I suppose Mellori and you, Boone, you were the first one that he basically just dashes into, and you lose your control and you fall on the back on the ground. You don't take any damage, but you're falling, and as you fall, both Mellori and you kind of like hearing first, and then immediately you both react quickly enough to get out of the way of this person who's just running from you, from everyone, and a knife goes and goes into his like his left shoulder, and he yells like ah, and he just falls down, tumbles up. In that tumbling up, all three of you also give me a perception check, quick.
Oh, I am not doing well tonight. That was an 8. Yeesh.
Oof.
15.
15, nice.
This dice is going away. You not tonight.
BB got 16. Okay, with the 16 and 16, both Boone and Gal, you notice as he like fell on the ground, rolled with this dagger coming out of its left shoulder. Um, a small kind of this like a locket thing has fallen down, and you both will recognize this as the symbol of it. It's crude, but it's not like colorful and all. But the shape of this is that of the symbol of Eben Syndicate. So you fall down. Ooh, full 600.
How far did
And behind him, from the same alley, there are 4 people running toward. This is your last day, you scum! As I'm getting ready to like, you can realize where this is headed towards. What do you 3 do?
the person that got stabbed with the dagger, how far away are they from Boone, who is on the ground?
The guy, he would be like maybe 10 feet away from you. After he pushed you, he also fell and rolled over. But the other pursuers are roughly around, like say 30-ish feet away. And you see 4 of them. You see 3 of them uh leading, and there's one more like a little bit more larger, having this kind of like war hammer thing coming from behind. Like lead like a pretty much looks like a group leader-ish.
Okay. Boone would like to scramble over to the guy, grab the locket, and stand the guy up. He's not dead, right?
No, he's not, he's just bleeding and hurt.
Okay, yeah, he wants to grab the locket.
Yeah.
And in like one swift movement, grab the locket, grab the guy by the back of his collar, and stand him up.
All right. You do that, and fate points are just one. Just 1
Oh, they're
point.
just
This
one.
is,
Okay.
yeah, just like additively add them.
All right. So Boone is helping the kid up. Mellori wants to take a look at this group coming in. Are they wearing like any kind of armbands or like patches, something that kind of maybe indicates that they might be like part of like a crew outside of just standing, like, looking for those kind of
Mhm.
gang symbol kind of things, like what they have going on.
Okay. Uh, you'll need to do a perception check to see if you could quickly see something out of them as they're coming running towards you all.
Okay. 7. I got an 11 on that. You are also going away. D20.
Oh.
Hey, look, I usually roll pretty well, but tonight it's not with me. That's
The dice
okay.
are mean.
The dice are just not. You are going away, and you are going away. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I got. Yeah, just.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'm assuming I'm just more of like what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, there's nothing discerning about them. They just look like some kind of like maybe some gang or something like that that's coming through and they had a fight with him or whatever. You don't know that reason, but they are definitely chasing him. And what I would give is that the intent seems to be either very clear to like grab
Yeah.
him, take him away, whatever happens. So at this point, I would like to know the three of you's intent. You, Boone, you have taken the locket, you grabbed him by the scruff of his neck, and you're holding him up. And you can see now these guys will be there like within like next 5 to 10 seconds, ish, maybe 2 rounds at best, because now they've seen it. You grabbing it, they kind of slowed down, but they're still walking with that authority towards you. And one of them is saying that, "Good job, just good job," and are walking towards you. What did the three of you do?
In the 10 seconds, uh, Boone is going to say, this kid,
And
why
this
are they
kid
chasing
is
you?
like late 20s ish.
Okay,
So like yeah.
okay. Uh, Boone is gonna ask the kid, why are they chasing you?
Let
Give
me
me
go.
one good
Let me go.
reason why I shouldn't turn you over to them. You have 10 seconds.
Fuck. Fuck. He says, and he just looks at you and says, "Do you work for? Are you viscounts people?"
A question for a question. Bold choice. And he'll grab the kid and push him towards this group coming toward him.
Oh, you do. Oh shit. Okay, sick. You push him towards them, and he just says that you're fucking militant. You too. And at that point, as you pushed him towards them, the two of them just woof, come back and immediately jump on him. One of them quick punches him right under his diaphragm. His breath goes out. Second one punches right on his head. And then the fourth one, who was just kind of a little bit behind, not behind, with his warhammer, goes and smacks him on his back as you hear this crunching sound of like probably ribs, half like 5 or 6 ribs immediately broken. Goes down there. And the boss looking kind of person, orcish, but with this light gray skin, very pale eyes, short, spiky hair that is like just grown around. He grabs this person, the syndicate member, and just looks at you all and says, "Good job. Very good job. Staying out of the Viscount's way. And you are going to tell us a lot more. Let's go." Let's go, and starts like just taking him by the scruff. He's like bleeding now a little more first. And as he's like just walking, and this small group has taken the syndicate member and taking away back into the alleys. There are other people around you who have like just like were stunned, like what the hell happened? Were like, okay, okay. And you hear this like, "Ah, fucking, there's Volitans and the syndicate are at it again." The syndicate did their number when they went against the Viscount, man. They're all going to die. And give me one quick last perception check before that syndicate member is dragged away from here.
8.
21.
12.
8, 5, 12.
21.
Okay. 21. Dang. Okay. 21. The only thing you can like get back to is that here something along the lines of like, yes, you will tell where Arcos is. Then we find him, and maybe if you find him, you live. and this the orc just throws him back to the three of his like minions, can like grab him, and they again take like some pot shots as they can like vanish out of the view. And you all have reached pretty much, yes, there we go, into the ducks and fish market, where you, Cal, you remember a place called the Loose Siren, where you could maybe get some more information. The kind of the dive bar where lips are loose, the ale is maybe sometimes
Can we by chance see it from here?
You, yeah, Cal, you can. You can definitely
Okay.
be like, oh, that's where it is. You know where it is? It's like, yep, that's where it is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. he'll, he'll look to Boone and Mellori and just say something along the lines of, well, that guy at the Marla wasn't lying about how things are down here.
Yeah, that kid was a syndicate member.
Yep. And he'll show Mellori the locket.
Can I? Are you just showing it, or like, can she take it?
Just showing it.
Okay.
Cal will kind of look over Boone's shoulder off in the distance to where he knows the tavern is. Will look like he's just looking and be like, and nod his head like, that looks like it might be a spot we could check out towards the tavern.
You can. Yep, that is where it is.
All right.
So,
It's still morning, right?
yeah, it's still morning between all of that, and now I think it's just been like maybe like a half an hour by the time the whole gravekeeper thing ended. You started walking slowly towards it, and this thing ended. So now it's about a little bit after 11-ish. It's still morning.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So do you all like go
Yeah.
towards lose?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's go. Where is my lose? Siren. Nope. Nope. Yep.
Ooh.
Ooh,
It
pretty.
just looks. It just looks shady, but it. But it is. Um. You all make your way with the fish market through the fish market, and Gal, you remember it being like, oh, that's the kind of the place, a little like almost dive bar, hole in a wall kind of a place. And you all get inside, and you see it is roughly full. There are like some spots on the couple of spots on the bar table. There's like one table which is like kind of like empty, but it is full of like folks right now who just like talking about things. The ale is already there. There are some people who are playing cards and some coins. Some already those games are up. Half of the crew, half of the populace over here looks to be they're like the ship workers or the sailors of sort or dock workers who would just have some copper and maybe some silver to spend over there in this place. Da, da, da. All right, let me give me 1 minute. Where it go? Okay. Yes, there we go. Behind, I would say behind the bar, sort of. Yeah, you see this a goblin, um, wispy hair, really long hooked nose, an eye patch on his left eye, is working the drinks and just has a large like a pitcher, and he's just like whoever's over there just filling up their thing, their ale, their glasses, and just like okay, go ahead. As you all come in, he just looks at you and he just says, "Ah, welcome, come in, come to the siren. Take sit wherever you want to."
Sit wherever we want.
Yeah, sit wherever. Basically, says yeah, sit wherever you want. There is like let me just put some images. Why not? I'm going to say there is this one table over here which seems to be like free right now. It has only two chairs though. There are two tables over here right next to, and on the bar you see this elvish woman who also has like kind of a drink. She is nursing a drink, long, dark brown hair. Definitely not fits in the crowd, but just there among the other folks over here and there.
Um, all right, Mellori. We'll gesture to the table and say, if you guys want to take a seat, I can grab us some drinks.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And she's gonna go not go up like right next to the elvish person, but just like the other thing, and she's also going to take a look around for any wow, words are really hard tonight. For any symbol, like any symbols that might be scratched somewhere. She's used to coming into taverns and like looking for like some thieves' cant symbols that might be scratched into a wall, like in like innocuous places. Um, she's gonna look for any and also kind of listen in to see if she hears anyone speaking thieves' cant. So just kind of a casing
Ooh, nice. Okay,
of that since
okay.
apparently they're on the hunt for Arcos, or that's what his name is, right? Arco.
Yeah, yes,
Alcos.
Arcos.
Alcos. So
No,
let me.
Arcos. Yep.
Thank you. So perception check.
Perception check. You are a thief, right? So you can do perception check, but you can
Okay.
also do investigation, just like slowly walking around, keeping your eyes on
Oh,
outside.
okay.
Do it with advantage.
Okay, I'm gonna do an investigation because that's better.
Sure.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so that's gonna be a 21 with advantage.
Okay, just gonna change him. It's fine. I like this goblin better. Okay. So Mellori's here, and Cal, and you guys go to the table close by. You, yes, as you take this kind of like this perception check, you do find there are some scribblings here and there that you can read that there is this is the den of thieves, and there is probably more to this hideout than is immediately like, kind of given. Um, and there is what looks like to be some markings that you see at just one time, and it's very easy to miss. Like it's literally very easy to miss. It looks like someone has drawn some lewd drawings or like carved into different places. But you connect the uh, sorry that I have to say this, but you connect the dots and you kind of look like, oh, okay, it's kind of a knock, a 2 1 2 2 1 knock.
2 1 2 2 1.
Yeah, that if you with that, if you that knock and a drink, any drink will get you in touch with like okay, that that you are now, so you can now speak the same language, even if they don't trust you or anything, but at least they're like okay, this, so you kind of are like the brotherhood, so to say.
Okay, so tracking that, she's going to casually knock against the bar top, um, to get the bartender's attention and order some drinks.
Yes. Okay. So you do that, and Grubby, our goblin, surly goblin, that comes up to you, hears your knock and says, "Ah, wonderful. This is great. Well, we do have ale, and we do have some red wine. But would you? And we do have some specials. But that in the back, I'll have to get something. Anything special
Looking
you
for?
want? Yeah. Yes.
Um, I heard about that drink that can change from one type of gold to another.
Ooh, like magic, like this.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts to like move his hands around and he just mumbles something like this, the magic of arcane, how the night becomes the dark and then the silver vanishes. But in these words, there is a way and methodology that he is saying, and you catch the word that he is trying to ask you in the same way to use Thieves' Cant to say the name of the person that you are looking for.
Yes, I do. Yeah, it's some kind of alchemy or Archimo,
Ah,
Arcos, maybe.
yes, that ancient or cold kill key magic thingy. Yes, yes, I've heard about it. You're in the right place. And then, all right. And he just goes down. He takes out a small parchment and like on a black chalk and gives it to you. Well, we need to keep a tab open for you and your
Hmm.
friends. So maybe write down the name of the tab thing that is open. And this you understands is like, hey, who gave you the name of our course?
And write down the Amazon Prime symbol. I write down Bezos's name. So I write down Bezos.
Oh, okay. Bezos or
Wait, no, not Bezos.
Phelan.
Phelan.
Okay. And he says, that, wonderful. I have your tab open. Here we go. He brings out this swirl of an ale, puts it to you, puts like three more glasses towards you, and like, all right, I will check up if we have the special drink that you wanted, and uh, drink around. Don't make no sense at this
I'm
point. Yeah.
also very quickly, like before we separate, I do lean in and gesture him closer, and I whisper in Thieves' Cant. What is the other gang name called again? The black, not the black. They're called
The blood gods. No, not the
the
blood god. He says,
not the black
the
coats.
and he just leans in close to you.
Yeah, and I just let him
On the
know.
tent.
Yeah, I let him know. Um, they dragged a boy off
Huh.
to find out more.
His eyes squint. Well, let me look at the special order and then you can take it up with the arcane magic changer of silver in copper and whatnot. Cal, as this Mellori was looking around, talking to this grubby, yeah, grubby, yeah. The elvish woman up at the bar and keeps looking back at you, and I want to know your thing first. And then first when Cal was here and we came to this dive bar and definitely drank,
Mhm.
we got drunk. Would Cal have gone around seeking any kind of pleasures?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Can you give me a performance check?
Okay. Da-da-da.
You still have a bardic, I think?
I think I don't recall
I
using
don't
one.
remember.
I don't
Um,
think you've used one. I think you still have yours.
Yeah.
If that's okay, Mickey, can I?
yep. Go for
Okay.
it.
Because right now that would have been a 14, but just to be safe. Oh, what's your bardic, Siwa?
D6 right now.
D6. Okay, that was the wrong dice. Okay. 14 plus 5, so 19.
19. And this elvish woman comes around the table and sees both of you and says, I was right. I remembered you correctly. And she bites her lower lip, so she looks at you, Cal, up and down. And says, back in the city. Job? Pleasure? Both?
Oh, Cal immediately looks. It's a look of concern and then tries to change to confusion because he knows
Mhm.
Boone is right there, and he's just like, you might have me confused with someone. I'm sorry. I. Hmm.
Mm, maybe. Maybe, but a night like that, I would definitely. And she just brings her one nail around your arm if it's there, slowly tickles your hand. Would definitely never forget. And who's this? Your friend? Ah, oh, please. Please, if it's a job, I don't want to hold on to you. But after your job, you may need some services. A good massage, a stone spa, a sauna. And she just opens up like a bag and things are like just come out of it. And she just take this like literally like a completely help me out. I'm blanking on it. What's the greeting? The business card. Yes. It's like
Mm-hmm.
a business card, completely pink, glitters, and honest. And as she gives you one, and it's just like you see the word, the glitter kind of changes its shape, and it's like the glimmering. Come around. It's pretty close by, and you will feel 100 times refreshed. Well, it depends who comes to you. I am Arushka. It is nice to meet you. And now looks at Boon Boon. Oh, you are quite a dashing. And again bites her lower lip. I really hope to see you and you too. I I remember the night, but I must confess I don't remember the name. But maybe you can tell me your new name this time. I don't mind it. And Cal,
Mm-hmm.
as she had opened up her like small bag and things were bursting out, you see, I want you to give me a quick give me a perception check.
Okay. Um. Yeah. 17.
17. One of the things that's come out is like looks like a small like a letter thing, like a small like an index card kind of a letter, but two pages folded compressed. But as she was just taking out and giving you the cards, both Boon Boon and Cal, you see one of the compressed this index card. You see there's something at the bottom, the heart drawn, and next to it is the name Silas dot
Ooh.
K, and then more XOXO. Um, and she kind of like she sees she would she see you? Hold on. Nope, she doesn't see you. All
Okay.
right. Boon Boon. y- Arushka is here. She has given you a card.
Boone will take the card, will smirk at Cal, just a very cocky smirk, turn to Arushka, and all he's gonna say look forward to it.
Yes. And I look forward to maybe even both of you. And I must go now. I must go now. There's someone who is waiting for me, and she sees, and you see the last thing. She just picks up that index kind of this letter thing, opens it up. I have to meet someone. Thank you. Puts the card back and goes like, okay,
Cal,
a wonderful morning, I must say.
before she leaves, Cal also takes the card, and after he sees Silas's name on the thing, he will give her a very kind smile and says something along the lines of, "And till we meet again, might have to live up for this reputation you think of me. Until later."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
Well, and she kind of leans in closer to you know, Cal, and with that
Mhm.
really good performance check, she says, "Don't worry, your reputation went through some walls in the shimmering."
Huh?
oh boy.
And she just tousles your hair a little bit and bye. And she just like starts to walk out of this place. And you see, um, um, Cal, give me an insight check with disadvantage. Boone, give me a regular insight check.
2.
Do make sense?
Yep.
14.
14. Okay. You see, as she kind of like is going out, she's still holding that note that she was looking at, or that she has to meet someone. Kind of like crumples it a little bit. It's almost like a sour face. Her face like turns a little sour as she kind of starts to leave out. I mean, it feels like she's not, she doesn't want to meet whoever she's meeting, but I mean, I guess maybe she doesn't have a choice or anything. But she leaves. At that point, Krabi comes out and says that, well, the your special order, yes, it is available. And he points towards the set of stairs and says like, yeah, just go up and you'll see. There's someone who can do the magic that you were asking about. Uh, and
Mellori
he,
smiles at Krubby and says, much appreciated, thank you.
mhm.
And she's going to take the drinks back to the table.
Yeah, as you kind of
As
coming back, you see Arushka is just like leaving Mellori, the table.
And she kind of like glances over and then glances back at the guys.
Yeah.
And just is like, okay, whatever. And puts the drinks on the table. Should I leave you guys? Do I need to stay with you guys all the time, or are you good with it? Like,
No,
are you okay? But how
good.
did they look? What am I like? Are they like all flustered? Are they
roll an insight check.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
roll insight.
Yes.
I roll insight.
Deception or what in response?
I would say if you are actively trying to hide it, deception, and if you think you deserve a disadvantage, you can go ahead with it.
Yeah, he deserves it.
All right, I got a 19 insight.
Oh my god.
Boone is
Use a
actively
hero point.
Boone is actively smirking and was about to say something super snarky at Cal as you approached. But he doesn't look flustered in any way, shape, or form.
Okay, there you go.
Cal only got a 6 for his deception check. He's trying to look cool, but he's very much flustered, and even his cheeks are a little rosy. Yeah.
It's only natural, Cal. Embrace it.
Does he?
You just have to embrace it.
Shoots a side eye over to Boone, and just kind of gives a little nod, like, yeah, So I've heard.
Mellori, we just learned of Cal's
Hoarded and salacious
extracurricular
cat.
activities. Yeah.
Oh, how
Apparently
did
very
he?
good at said extracurriculars.
Well, I mean, he did pick up 2 chicks on his way to meet us. So
That is true, the
Stop.
concubine.
And Valya
Not the
would
concubine
probably cut a
storyline.
guy if she wasn't about that. So I mean, Cal must be doing something right.
Cal puts his
Must
face in his
be.
hands, like, "Oh my god, we're just friends. I swear, we're just friends."
I don't know.
And taking only a little bit of pity on Cal, she will shove a drink at him with the bowl of breadsticks that she managed to procure. Because I'm just gonna say there's some breadsticks.
Yeah.
And she's going to pull a chair over from another table just to sit down and say, well, we have a magic man to see when we're ready to go. But Mellori's gonna take a long sip from her drink and look at Cal and say, it's interesting how a few members of our group know their way so intimately around the city.
Cal,
And she's just gonna look at Cal. No, like just like not aggressively, not like just a very kind of neutral expression on her face.
Cal casually will sip his drink and kind of give a shrug, nonchalant, and it's just like, you do enough work in enough cities, and you start to get the lay of the land and find out that they're all kind of similar.
Insight check.
I love this.
All right, I'll tell you what. I want to do something if you are okay with it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me roll inside D20 for you. Tell me a modifier, and then I'll just tell the total to Cal, and then you get the answer back. You don't get to know the number that you rolled, if you're okay with it.
I'm good with that.
All right. What's your insight modifier?
It's a +5.
Oh.
Okay. Let's see.
And
I'm gonna.
my passive insight's 15.
Okay. Let's see. I am going to DM you
Okay.
a total inside Mellori roll, and then you can roll your deception. Just tell me the result. Or actually, it's fine. You can just tell the result. It's fine, and then let Mellori know what she reads on you on Gal.
Okay. Damn it. That's a 4. No, sorry, 3. Deception.
All right. What does Mellori read on your face?
There's a slight bit of it that seems true in that, yes, he has been to a lot of cities with his
And a lot of
work
them
and
are
whatnot.
like,
Yeah. So she could read like, okay, that much is true, but the way he's gripping the glass a little too tight, his body, even though he's trying to play it off as nonchalant, a little too tense, and even like he's not fully meeting her gaze when he says that. It's just that there are a bunch of these little tells that are enough to show that, yeah, no, there's more to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Totally valid. Mellori is going to glance at Boone and kind of get his read.
Boone is Um, he'll look at Mellori. He's gonna shake his head ever so slightly, turn to Cal, and will say, "We are in an unfamiliar city, going up against something none of us have ever gone up against. And you kept the fact that you've been here before. So my question to you, Cal, is, are you actively working against us? Or did it simply slip your mind? Because if that is the case, and you are working against us, then I have some very serious questions about the two you brought with you.
And that is where we'll take our 5-minute bio break.
Ooh.
Do you guys want 5 minutes, 10 minutes?
5 is okay with me.
Yeah, 5 is
All right.
good.
All right, fine. It's good. And then when we're back, we continue.
Okay.
Good stuff. All right, see you guys after the break.
All right.
Yep.
All right. I think just you guys there.
Sorry,
Just
I'm here.
me. Oh, all right. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. Are we all good to get back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yes, only Cal does that. The three of you sitting in the loose siren, having your own kind of different encounters, different kind of information being thrown at you all. I want, the Krabby has given Mellori you the direction of, okay, this stairs, the ladders go upstairs. You'll see who you're looking for.
Yes.
You'll find a way over there. But what I want is, all. Can I? What am I looking at? I'm looking at. All right, give me all of you, all three of you, give me like a DC a perception check, basically. In this case, where people are like chattering about in this loose place where the lips become pretty loose, as Cal has told you. And let me see if you hear anything interesting. You can
18.
give 18. Nice. Okay.
13.
13. Okay.
And a 12.
And a 12. Okay. So you'll hear one full thing, I would say, and then you'll hear maybe a little bit of about a couple of things, maybe not sure. One thing you very clearly hear a name from the table, like just behind you, that is sitting over there with three folks are sitting about playing gambling with a little bit of coins, and now they've come down to like a belt and like earrings. And you hear them. What you hear is that they're talking about this treasure hunter, Winnie Fletcher, aka Diesel, who apparently went to under the cemetery. In the cemetery, no one knows how because there is only one mausoleum there, and he went there under there and found like different treasure, and he went different times, and he got this information from the Volitants, the other gang that they're talking about, that how Vinny got this information from Volitant. Maybe Volitant are becoming more stronger. They know more about the city, and maybe they should also reach out and see if they can find um, a way into under the cemetery. And who knows? Maybe there's a way to the tower, the Grisham's tower, where all that magic, who knows what lies, what kind of secrets and magic lies over there. Yes, and the other person just says that Vinny is you know what happened to him. No one knows what happened to him. He's locked up in that floor. No one goes there, comes back around. And the other person just saying, we don't need to go to Winnie. I mean, who knows what's going up with the diesel? We just need to find Volatant. Maybe we do a deal for them, do something for them. And the other person suddenly goes like, shh, God, hey, don't talk about them in our hair, because the Volitants and the Syndicate have bad blood going on. And they're like, yeah, okay, and they continue to hey, laugh and kind of like continue playing their this the gambling game that they're playing. Um,
Do we
the
all
other,
hear this? Or
I would
just
say,
Cal?
I think Cal would hear most of it very clearly. This is like one information, and you can share among yourselves. But the second piece of information that you kind of hear is that there is a struggle going on between the Viscount and the Cathedral, with Gravekeeper in the midst.
With the gravekeeper, like they're fighting over the gravekeeper?
Kind of. There are different
Okay.
aspects to it. What one wants, the other wants the opposite of it, regarding the Gravekeeper's role and everything in the city.
Oh.
Okay.
Between
And
the Viscount and who?
The Cathedral.
The
and
cathedral. Okay.
and that's something that we all hear.
Yeah, you would get this piece of
Okay.
information here and there, and be like, okay, and then you can
Regarding
piece it together.
Gotcha.
Um, before I would say you all start to head up the ladder and go upstairs to meet with this. Arcos. You go upstairs, and we're gonna switch scenes. We're gonna go back to our cathedral. Okay, an ominous. That is this ominous picture of this cathedral. There we go. Obviously, it does not look like this right now in the daytime ish, but that's what it is. It's like a hilltop with on that this cathedral lies on the top, and you can see it from literally every places. Valya and Mars, you have
Yes.
been you're there. Sister Abigail met with you. Her eyes linger on you, Valya, for just a little bit more, squeezing both of your arms. She goes through the congregation, and in that time, like some more about like half a dozen or so more people have again joined in, have entered the cathedral, and then the sermon kind of like she starts. There's a song going on, and then she talks about how this place is a true beacon not only of light but more specifically for justice, because this the pointing towards the statue of Saint Taylor, she says that we all know, and that she was the champion of the arch seraph Solima, who is the arch seraph of justice. And not only that, but she goes on to tell you that this arch seraph, the Solima, actually is predates the gods. In the four gods there were many more gods, and she says that she is a follower of even a long forgotten god, but justice is her domain, and that she detests everything that is corrupt, abject, or villainous. And how Saint Dela, um, she who was a simple girl, a farmer girl, how she stood up to become a champion and, ignited the war of a rebellion to fight against the invaders, these people who were the Burak Empire who was suppressing them. And a stand was held starting from this cathedral, where all of these normal people took up arms and they found strength in each other, and they rebelled and defeated the Burak Empire. And this, as she's talking about this, she also tells you about how at that time the sunlight still shone, still like was shining all around this Ostoyan land, full of bounty. And one day that will happen again. And she kind of like looks above, and you can see up on the ceiling also there is this window that has been there, and you can see outside of it it's just dark. With our faith, we can be sure that the light will once again pierce these gloomy clouds and free us from the burdens and the chains of blood that hold us down. But for now, we do what is right. We help each other, we are brave, and we do not lose our faith. And this kind of like goes on for a little bit more before finally a couple of more like these songs. The choir sings a few more songs of about the battle of Saint Dela, about the justice and the sunlight. And you see that even this cathedral, for example, right? There is a lot of imagery of sun massively. And then people are also singing along it. And after some time, it slowly subsides down. People know that the sermon, it's all over, it's all thing, and they can just hang around if they want. Some people slowly start like going back, leaving. They meet Sister Abigail, hold her hand, and she's very nice and smiling and just talking to everyone. And then she winds her way towards the both of you. and says, "Thank you. Thank you for staying back and listening to our little gathering. I really appreciate it. You didn't have to do it, and it means quite a lot to me as well. If new people come in, that's how we get more information about what's going on outside. If the darkness that is here in the Ostoya, I've heard things happening in the Empire as well as the down in the south in the Elven lands. My heart breaks to listen to all this darkness erupting from the grounds. But please come. You said you also wanted to talk with me. Come. And she kind of leads you away from the crowd, which is now dissipating now. And she just goes towards the statue itself. And under the statue, there are like some um, a small like a carpet with cushions laid down. And she goes down, sits down, and says, "Do you also like have a seat on the cushions?" As one of the smaller, a younger girl kind of comes in with and puts like a small carafe of water and with some silver glasses and pours water for all of you. And Abigail just says, thank you, Thelma." And the girl just nods and smiles and gives you all, both of you, a sweet smile and goes back. So, what brings you to the city? What brings, and you said you had something to talk about.
Well, first, it was very interesting to hear all that you speak of. It's very different than where I am from. So thank you for such a wonderful, you say sermon, yes?
Yes, I'm pleased that you liked it. You
Yes.
enjoyed it.
Well, we are staying somewhere in the city, and they were requesting. Well, we have offered our assistance to them. Um, However, they pointed us in your direction to be able to solve this problem. See, it is not just me and my companion here. There are others of us. We are getting acquainted with this city. We're writing a book, you see, and the oh, he was a lovely man. At the we were staying at the Marla, and he told us that you were the one with that masterful protection work. And to speak with you if we hoped to investigate what has gone wrong and to help.
Oh, her eyes goes down a little bit. Oh, to Marla. Yes, that was. It's an aberration, is what it is. Do you? You knew. You said you're writing a book. Do you know about the gravekeeper over here in the city?
Um, just briefly, I think one person mentioned it is something to stay away from. Yes.
Yes, it is, and it's an aberration. It seeks out whoever dies in the city. How it knows it, or it knows it, and it takes the body back to the cemetery to bury it. And it is what it is an abomination.
Oh dear.
The I don't know how, but when Grunwald, he's the owner of the Marla where you're staying, he approached me and he told me about this one of their patron who had been delving into the cemetery. No one goes there, and sooner or later you'll also find out why. But I wouldn't want you to But so yes, I think it's Vinny Fletcher. Yes, Vinny, or some called him Diesel also, or Vinny Diesel. He he found ways which no one knows how to delve into the cemetery, and he came back with treasures, and he spent them at a lot of places, as one can imagine. Um, not all the right places, not for charitable causes. Um, but eventually, some things changed, and he said that came back, and since then, strange happenings have started over there. Um, I was called for it, and even when I was very near to the floor itself, the top floor, I sensed evil, and it's not just an evil, it's a curse. I don't know how, I can't really explain it to you, but he had brought what it felt like to me, like he brought something back from whatever lies under the cemetery. And I was able to help out, make this tour with help. She kind of like hesitates a little bit when she says the word help.
Okay.
Um, and that has been, for now, I think, enough to bind that cursed evil up there. Are you are you offering? Are you just writing the like about it, or I'm sorry, I must have misheard
Oh
that
no,
you
no.
offering.
So we have traveled. There are many dark things across this land. Yes, and so many of us have come together, and we are uh, we are trying to discover what they maybe, if any, have commonalities. If uh, can we learn to ward against them, and we investigate hands-on. Yes, we. So it is a book of sorts, a manuscript, but also instruction. So others may, as you say here, with this Vinny, had he the knowledge or the understanding of what he may run into, may have been better prepared to see, and so we follow rumors and tip-offs of such, um, all for our own reasons, but ultimately we came together for this one purpose, and in this case, we want to see what we can do. Can we purge this? Can we rid the Marla of this? And in doing so, creates information for others and warning for others.
Um, let me roll a check. Wow, I
Not
rolled not
like
20.
lying, really. We are all kind of here for different reasons. We're all here to, find the bad things, and Mars is definitely here to find information about bad things. So
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Oh yeah, no. My check was like, what does Abigail know? Like, how much does she know about it? And I rolled a natural 20. So okay, that's good. So she tells you that little bit of like what she was able to like sense with her help is that what Vinny, from his delving in the cemetery, slowly changed, and there was a strong this evil energy or aura that was, but nothing of. She will tell you that she did not feel it like an undead energy, but it had like the Vinny the creature, the person had definitely changed. And even though it's a top floor of a of this inn which has rooms, there was almost this grunting and growling sound of like a monster living in there. And the air itself in that floor felt sick, that whatever he had brought back from the cemetery, and with treasures for sure, she would tell you that because it had been spending before also. So that those treasures have brought something with themselves from the cemetery itself, and it was changing the whole floor into. And she tells you that it felt like she was in some sort of underground area where uh, people are buried or dead bodies are kind of like kept. It smelled like that. And there was this weird mold that grew all around the floor walls and ceilings. And it just felt like that a piece of the cemetery, like underground cemetery, the mausoleum itself, whatever lies under the ground itself, had was started to like grow on that floor. So they had to, like, she had to, with her help, had to really quickly get to it so that it doesn't spread and like starts spreading throughout the Marla and then
Yeah,
eventually who knows where. So they
gotcha.
had to like quickly get it done, put that door in there, and then the runes took effect of like, in a way, kind of like
Mm-hmm.
sealing that floor.
Yeah.
Um,
Um, Sorry, just to double check because it
yeah.
was like a lot of things in sequence there. Sh- I think I missed something as I was writing some things down. So Vinny went to the top floor of the Marla, but
Yes, he was
you
staying there.
okay? But you said but the first thing he did though was take treasures from the cemetery, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so took treasures from
Yeah.
cemetery. They were cursed or had something attached to them.
Yeah, so he had been doing it
Then
for some time
okay,
and had been like obviously coming back, spending the money, the gold, and but then eventually I think it was like started like eat him up, so to say, because the last time then he came back from this whatever delve he did, he was already looking very haggard,
got it.
uh, wild look, and then he kind of like buried himself in the room on the fifth floor, and slowly like you know how like ghost stories start happening in the like hotels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Things Weird things started happening and people were like, hey, I don't want to stay here, what's going on, people gotten sick and all of those things. And then slowly the room started to change and mutate, and then if when they did send someone to investigate like what's going on, people didn't come back.
Okay.
And that's where like eventually they reached out to Abigail, and things were starting to like the whole environment has started to change.
Got it. So I wrote took treasures from cemetery, cursed, selling those stolen treasures. Vinny staying on the top floor and was slowly losing himself. Weird things started happening. Marla got the rumors, people getting sick.
Yes.
Those sent to investigate never came back. Then Sister Abigail sealed it off.
Yes.
Sweet. Okay, thank you. That is I really wanted to get that right because that was like really cool like sequence of events. And then what was the connection to the gravekeeper? It also was bringing people to the graveyard.
Yeah, the gravekeeper is just an abomination, and at this point then she tells you that because of that abomination, and she tells you the gravekeeper has been killed a few times but has always returned and just does its job, doesn't really bother anyone. But the few times that it was killed, it came back.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
And
Oh yeah, so keep going, keep going.
yeah, and then with that, um, yeah, I think that is all that she has.
Cool.
But I
Yeah,
want you to
so
give me a
yeah.
persuasion check.
Sure. Oh my gosh. Natural 20 for a 29.
Nice.
Yes.
Let's
That's
go.
awesome. That is awesome.
Oh, let's
Okay.
go. This is my
She
one
is.
roll of the session. Well, no, I had 2 other rolls, but still.
Abigail was in the floor getting the information to you. You clap onto it, and then before you know one thing or the other thing, she tells you that if I don't know how, if you're going to deal with that thing from Vinny or the evil that is over there, the true root of it lies with the gravekeeper in the cemetery, in the mausoleum somewhere.
So it's kind
And
of a
that you
root
would
and
be doing
branch.
a great favor to the city to actually and in a way paving path for the light to come to the city to Aston. If that is something that you think you want to help with,
Well,
take care of the gravekeeper forever.
I certainly it sounds as though he is or it is a terror on the citizens, and I highly doubt any of us want that to perpetuate. It seems as though the people should be the ones who can handle their own dead. Yes, and it seems odd
Mhm.
that a creature such as this, at least from my customs, takes that option away from their families. Yes, I do believe none in my party would be against this. She'll look to Valya and uh, just kind of like nod and say, as I said, it is not just me and my companion, and I know that we have great interest in these connections between the graves, the gravekeeper, and Vinny and the Marla, and if you would be so kind as to lend us some of your time to come meet us at the Marla, so we may investigate this and possibly purge one of these branches before we find the root. Yes.
As you're talking about the fact that people can't like even like do anything with their dead, give them proper ceremony, right? There's nothing. You can see the tears kind of like roll down as she holds your hands and says, "Yes, you see, you understand." But on your request, she tells you that she cannot really leave the cathedral unless it's under very, very specific things. And this Marla being one of the biggest reasons where the even the Viscount had given an okay to for her to leave this thing, and she will tell you that because of the Nat 20 thing, people don't appreciate everyone who comes to the cathedral. There is a rumor, so to say, wrongly, of course, that there are Burek Empire spies who work over here, but that is not the case. And and the gravekeeper is more than an abomination. It is the fear of the gravekeeper is the Viscount is actually using that and has made it illegal to attack the gravekeeper in any capacity. And if you do it, you will be considered like the enemy of the city. But for her, for the people, for to have this faith, to have the hope, to give the proper ceremony and proper burial to their own people who are just like dragged down the streets like broken dolls, you will be doing a grave favor
Stop
to the
that.
city and the people. Wait,
I love it. I love it. Mars is
uh,
very understanding of her position and says, "Oh, we would not do not want to bring danger to you or impose any of that. Is there perhaps a key, a special word, something that we may remove this block so we may go up?"
yes, I can. should be able to give you something. I think Father Ambriel, and as she says those two words, Father Ambriel gave me something. She looks at Valya. Her eyes go wide, and she starts to shake. She starts to shake. She starts to push herself back, and we're going to go back to the loose siren just a little bit, as Boone had laid down this
Yeah.
incredible line, speaking to Cal, into Cal's eyes, maybe even soul. Cal,
Mm-hmm.
how do you respond?
Cal sets down his drink and looks at Boone. And it's just like, no, Boone, I am not working against you or anyone in this for that matter. If I were, would it have been much simpler to sabotage things before we even got to the city? Yes, I have been here. Work brought me here some time ago for a job. I did my job, had a few drinks, some fun as you have heard, and got the hell out. Just like how work brings me back here now. Just like it brings all of us here in our own ways.
I don't care
Yes,
about what fun you've had here. I could give two shits. Walking around pretending like you've never been here. Dragging us along. Pertinent information, Cal.
so I kept a piece of my life private, just as you did with your transformation. That could have been some pertinent information as well. A danger to our group, just like maybe my information could have been a possible little danger. Is it that much different? Boom.
No, not
Mellori
at
is
all.
going. Mellori's going to hold up a hand. No one is asking anyone to bear their life stories, but I did find your deception of pretending you hadn't been here when you give a very reasonable explanation that your work has brought you here before. So, knowing that you've been on the lookout for something and then pretending you didn't know, that seems like a weird choice when you could have just said what you literally just said. Yeah, work's brought me here before. I'd known it. That would have been really important. But also, if you want to throw out transformations, Boone isn't the only one that transformed. Did you know about that? Did you know that Valya could transform?
I'm trying to think, would he above table would Cal have known?
He would have seen it that
Okay.
day that it happened. But no, Valya hasn't had that conversation yet.
Okay. Then he will mention like, I learned that as well. Just like we all seem to be learning a lot about each other. I did not know.
Why did you bring them with us?
They seemed capable. More than capable. They know what they're doing. We encountered each other in our travels. Went through our own shit of our own. Fought our own battles together. And we trust one another. I mentioned the job that I was being sent here to do, to serve as the muscle, quote unquote, that is needed. And they are a great, great, great asset and two great people to have with us.
Mellori's gonna look at Boone again.
How long have you known them?
Say that again.
How long have you known them?
I would say it's been a couple
Yeah, Mickey,
months.
weeks, months? What would it be traveling all the way
Yeah,
down from the
I would
south?
say months. I would say at least a month or more than a month for sure because it's traveling. Yeah, because you, Cal, and Mars traveled from all the way down. Yeah, more than a couple of months for sure. And then you
Okay.
had your own things going around in the ship, on the travel, in the city of Novostoya, where you probably would have met, and then meeting Valya also. Yeah, so yeah. Like you and Mars know each other quite well, longer than
Mm-hmm.
before Valya entered into the scene. Yeah. Now
Yeah.
it depends on how much Valya would have told you about her history.
So Cal would mention or make a comment about how it's been
Mhm.
a few months and how he kind of Mars first, they travel together, and then Valya, and he caps it off with a look. They had their own reasons to follow Heart and free Ravo, just like the rest of us, and we are all here now.
Just one last question for you, Cal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what my past is? Werewolf, obviously. And that's the most pressing or dangerous thing about me. It's unpredictable. I have no real control over it. Is your past going to come back? Stab us in the back?
You did take out some spoons. And Mellori kind of her mouth twitches. Just like this is a very serious conversation, but Mellori is also passing off the like I'm not like no one's about to jump across the table and try to stab you. Like it's we need to have this conversation kind of thing.
As Melody, you say that the goblin owner, Scrubby, says that, shouts down to you, kind of like, you wanted to see the magic, yeah, yeah. It's not gonna be the full day, so you lot better get moving. You hear what I say? You know?
As like a parting thing, hearing that, Cal would just mutter to Boone in response, no, because I want to make sure I stab them first.
Boone will just uh exhale heavily out of his nose, chug the beer, and push away from the table and walk towards the stairs.
Sick. You all three of you start walking towards this ladder which goes upstairs, and you don't see anything. It's just dark upstairs. But there's more darkness between the three of you. Questions, secrets, questions about the secrets, secrets about the questions. And we go back to the cathedral as Abigail starts to shake and shiver, saying the name Father Ambriel had something that can help you out, and her eyes go back to you, Valya, wide. Oh, I, I, I remember you, you were there. You were there. All those, uh, the father and the great and the countess. You were all sitting near this 20 feet tall statue of Saint Taylor, with holding a sword up, a shield, and the wings that are not on they're not on the statue, but on just the wall. It's like maybe like about 2 feet away. Massive, 20 feet, 40 feet end to end. These wings have been carved into the wall as she kind of like moves away from you, Valya, especially. You see, you feel the wings start to become brighter, darker, grayish, and seem to almost they start to get out of the wall. And as they start to get out of the wall, they start to change into this hair like structure as from behind Abigail they come down, wrap around her, and where is he? Yeah. You see
Oh,
this
cool.
creature with four wings of this almost bronze edges, dark black feathers, which at the initially looks like feathers, but as it's coming, they're all blades. This figure appears, whole wielding this massive long sword. A veil covers its mask, flowing ropes that seem to like wrap around in a protective manner about Abigail. She, her breath ragged as that you took, you took Father Abigail from us. What more do you want? The sword gleams and it rings throughout the cathedral as this pale light starts to emanate from it, which you, being a cleric, would recognize that the sword is of like almost like of divine celestial nature. And this figure comes down the veil, hovering over both you and Mars. Da, da, da. Where are you? Uh, mm, okay. Okay. Can you both give me a wisdom check, please? DC 15.
That's a 12.
12? Okay. And Mars?
What was it? Sorry.
Wisdom check.
Oh, oh my gosh. I have no added to this, and that's an 18.
Uh, this celestial figure seems to be made more of stone and metal. Hovers over you and Valya. You are frightened as the sins of past and you come back to you again and again. And then the voice, this booming voice, says, she has changed, Abigail. But I am your champion now and will heed to your command. The sword goes up in the striking position. It's almost like 10 feet long sword. Just say the word, and your champion will strike down the heathens in front of you.
Mars is starting to posture up in front of Valya a little bit. Not that she's gonna do much, but she's gonna interpose herself.
And that's where we'll end our session tonight.
Oh my lord.
Nikki, I would like to
moly.
request at least 30 more minutes. We started late. I am owed 30 more minutes.
Is it that every time we split
Lawyer.
the party, it's Valya getting in trouble?
Hey, last time was Boone.
No, it's first. Valya's the common denominator here. Is Valya tracking all the bad stuff?
Valya has an interesting history, basically, with the cathedral and its people.
This is what happens when a villain joins the adventuring party.
Oh, she didn't disclose that on her application either. You know, like it's
Yeah.
like I have a villain origin story, or I don't have a villain origin story, or you choose not to disclose.
We did
Yeah,
not get an application from Valya.
Except-
for
Oh, that's
that.
right, we didn't.
I'm a
From
Nepo
Valya,
baby.
from
I was a Nepo
Cal.
hire by Cal.
Mhm.
Oh, that well, you're the concubines that he brought with it.
Look,
Concubine.
it's
Oh,
not
that was great.
Valya and Marsa's fault that they are so hot that they
Right.
had to be brought along simply for that fact.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Is
Agreed.
there, Mickey, is there any way that, like, with this kind of, like, happening, that Mars can give Valya a bardic without that, like, causing any sort of meltdown? I did roll a nat 20 persuasion.
That was for Abigail.
I know,
This is
I
a
know.
different creature. So you have a passive insight 11. I'll say even with that passive insight,
I mean,
this
he
is-
did just say, I will smite down this people in front of you.
Yeah. But if Abigail says something, he did also say that she has changed.
Okay.
So I would say with 11, just I don't want to wrap it, but that's okay. We'll say that with that 11, you get a sense that if you try to do anything magical, it
Might
may
disrupt. Okay.
might disrupt. You, what Mars is good at, can help.
Okay.
So
Dang.
with
Dang.
that, we will end our session, and we have a divine relic for sure that Valya can ascertain for sure. Like that sword is not of mortal hands or mortal realms.
Yup.
So I feel like a few of the minor goals are coming along a little bit here
I
and
think
there.
so too.
Mm-hmm.
It's all coming together.
Yeah.